Of course, you won't be able to see him.
Shut up! Don't you dare talk about truth after what you did to Taki!
Can't you see? It was Mother Spear who deceived us. You would have remained ignorant if not for him. I served him for a very long time. I know him better than anyone. You don't know anything. You don't know his pain, his anger, his agony. All this talk of you being the chosen one, it ends here.
Lily, I want you to stay back this time. This is my battle.
Baby, it's Leonard Mafioso, the Dada, the coldest ninja with a nunchuck, swing him out his back, aka Shaka Black, aka Shaka Bila, aka Shaka Fuego, aka Shaka Flame. Let's get into this deep dive of Stellar Blade. And a lot of people don't realize that for this to be Shift Up's debut console game, after having a mobile game that was successful, is a pretty big feat. And for the game to be so solid as a seasoned gamer, myself, man. But wait, I heard you hating, bro. I'm way more seasoned than you, fuck nigga. I haven't
Lock in for a nigga.
I haven't seen a mobile game company make a transition this good ever. So it's pretty up there. And for the combats and the mechanics and the graphics and the aesthetics and everything to be so solid, I do feel like if you're making comparisons to Devil May Cry, Bayonetta, or 2B, you're dick sucking a little bit, bruh. Calm down. But I will be doing a playthrough of all these franchises because they are heavily acclaimed. But nobody was talking about Stellar Blade until, nobody was talking about Nier Automata and all those other games until Stellar Blade dropped. So put some respect on the motherfucking name.
Nigga, when my name come up, respect it. Let's go. Stop playing with my fucking name. All three of y'all, stop playing with my name. I ain't gonna say it no more.
Dude. Plus, Nier Automata, Bayonetta, and Devil May Cry all dropped like 9+ years ago, bro. So they should be thanking Shift Up for bringing a baddie like Eve with those sweet cheeks back in a landscape full of boring-ass arc raiders, which definitely is a governmental psyop to train AI on how to kill us when they colonize Mars. But I digress. And I beg to differ. 2B is not as bad as Eve, bruh. Like, I'm not fucking with Shorty with the blindfold, bruh, and the goddamn maid dress, bro. I wasn't feeling it. I'm gonna play it, and I might be changing my mind, so don't quote me on it, but still. And 2B isn't better than Taki, goddamn Raven, or goddamn Eve. Yeah, and I'm gonna say it like this. Bayonetta had a long ass head, bruh, so none of that shit appealed to me. The only one with a great character design was Devil May Cry, bro. And that game's so old, I just didn't get it for Christmas, so I never ended up playing the franchise. But I do get the stark resemblance when it comes to Dante, Devil May Cry, Adam, Eve. You know what I'm saying? I get the influence there. Let's speak on these mechanics, bro, because is the fighting and the combat in the game as deep as something like a Tekken? No.
I don't want to add it to my minutes!
I've never seen you like this. Do you want to get banned?
I think that'd be OD, so I don't see what there is to bitch about when it comes to the difficulty of the combat. But that being said, I think a lot of you niggas just suck, and you love to suck because, if you bitching about the mechanics of Stellar Blade, bro, and the combat of Stellar Blade, bro, don't get into Tekken. Don't get into anything like a Tekken, bro. Stick to button masters, you get what I'm saying? Matter of fact, stick to Nintendo. You're a Mario Kart type of guy. Matter of fact, stick to Animal Crossing. You're a Furry Friends type of guy. Matter of fact, stick to Sims. You're a point and click type of guy. Matter of fact, stick to Roblox. You're an Epstein type of guy.
I'm not Jeffrey Epstein. I'm Palm Beach Pete.
You're a Smeagol type of guy. Because I think they made perfect use of the Unreal Engine 4. But I do like the fact that with the gameplay loop lacks in story, it does make up for how deep the combat mechanics and how good the movement and stuff is. So to say that it's there's no fluid movement in a game or a stiff movement, you're just trash. You're just trash. Get better, bro. For Stellar Blade 2, though, there is room for improvement when it comes to the level design because we just really got 2 deserts a subway station, and of course the underground facilities. If Shift Up doesn't manage to capitalize off the momentum that Stellar Blade has gained, if they don't manage to, expand the combat, expand the lore in a meaningful way, that would set Stellar Blade as a precedent, put Stellar Blade on the level of a Devil May Cry, or put Stellar Blade on the level of a God of War. I feel like they could become the next generation Ninja Gaiden or something like that, where the old gods of the PlayStation or the old gods of, I wouldn't really call it a hack and slash or the Souls-like, they could dethrone them because controversy sells. They need to capitalize off the controversy that Stellar Blade has had, because I haven't heard any game this year that has had the impact that Stellar Blade has had. Not only does it have clout and controversy, but it didn't disappoint when we got the product. All those awards that Expedition 33 got, and nobody wants to play a knockoff as Picasso as Final Fantasy. After only about a year, Expedition 33 sits at about 7,000 players on Steam, while Stellar Blade, being 2 years old, sits at 20,000 players on Steam. Mind you, Stellar Blade didn't get any awards and got a lot of hate and pushback because they had a beautiful woman as a protagonist. Extraction shooters are just basically loot simulators, and we see why Arc Raiders is taking such a steep dive in its player count. I beg to differ. All that hype from Marathon, bro, and I haven't touched it since the beta test. Like, I'm low-continually confused, bro. Did the West low-continually forget how to make a good game? Like, no bullshit. Call of Duty's dropping expansion packs and packaging it as a new game. 2 years in a row, bro. It's like the political climate in the West is so bad that they started a culture war and nuked themselves. Like, where did we lose the plot? Why did it take a mobile game company to come out with some shit that the West could have been came out with? We should have already had a Scarlett Johansson, Megan Good lookalike that could whoop some ass in a video game. Matter of fact, scrap the new 007, make the lead character a sweet cheek, double cheeked up city sweetie, and we got a haircut. Western culture has gotten so dull, we got fairies like Chud the Builder getting famous for spamming his hard R off. At this point, it's not even edgy anymore. You dweebs are just bored. At this point, just give it all to Asia. Give it all to Asia. Shout out Xi Jinping. At this point, just put a bad Asian on every game. It's gonna be a banger. Shout out Some Young Ho. It's like the U.S. is going through a brain drain. They're too busy going on ketamine-filled Twitter rants and crashing Grindr apps. Shout out Dixon my ass. Shift Up has...
He's out of line, but he's right.
Right now is capturing lightning in a bottle. We didn't expect much from it. Nike was already good, so they had a formula that worked on mobile, and then they put it on a higher platform, right? And you know what? Now that I think about it, the reason I finished Stellar Blade and realized how much I liked it after 100 hours, because they're getting so big to the point where PUBG did have a skin of Eve inside of PUBG, and it made me want to play Stellar Blade, like just finish the game. And then I forgot that I was supposed to get that skin on PUBG, and I actually missed it, and I'm just now realizing. And now I'm making YouTube content on it because PUBG reminded me. Truth be told, I do feel like Eve could become a level of a Kratos, or become a level of a Hayabusa from Ninja Gaiden, because these games have been established so long in in PlayStation and whatnot, but they haven't made as much noise as Eve from Stellar Blade. If Shift Up shifts away from its formula of what it's doing to make it work, despite all the hate, despite all the controversy, if they switch away from giving us baddie waifus with solid gameplay, they're gonna fumble, bro. I feel like the only place that's really pushing the envelope when it comes to developing games is the Asian countries. They're not scared to continue the tried and true formula of what the people like, what the gamers like. Games in the Western countries are getting way too PC, like a damn Concord or a damn Warframe, bro. I do not want to play with mechanized assault bots that are androgynous, non-binary. I don't want to play with that shit. The only logical conclusion that we can come to is that Shift Up needs to double down on what's working for them. These people are consuming X OnlyFans and Instagram at an all-time high and want to take this fake moral high ground when it comes to the gaming industry. As an excellent specimen in any virtual device that I touch, I would like to say that Elder Scrolls was way more goonerific than something like a Stellar Blade. All we got is skin mods for Stellar Blades. If anybody has ever been in the trenches of Bethesda, you know that it gets way worse than this. So for Stellar Blade 2, I would love to see Shift Up expand on everything that made the original great, and giving the fans what they want, giving the modding community what they want by expanding the toolbox that we have when it comes to Stellar Blade. That is true fan service. It's Shaka being that mafioso, the done-dotted coldest ninja with a nunchuck swinging behind his back, aka Shaka Black, aka Shaka Bean, aka Shaka Fuego, aka Shaka Flame, signing out. Man, y'all make sure if you want to extend the discussions until the next cook-up, the next yapulation, then join the Discord, man. Friendly environment for all gaming nerds and enthusiasts and whatnot, sports, whatever we cover. Just join the Discord, man. Peace.